The French Revolution promised liberty, equality, and fraternity. But in 1799, Napoleon Bonaparte buried those promises. He didn't rise to power through an election. He seized it through a violent military coup. He turned the Republic into his personal playground. While the people thought he was fighting for freedom, Napoleon was planning his next move, to become the first modern dictator. In 1804, Napoleon did the unthinkable. He declared himself emperor. In a lavish ceremony at Notre Dame Cathedral, he snatched the crown from the Pope's hands and placed it on his own head. It was a clear message to the world. No power, religious or political, stood above him. He established a new royal court, appointed his family members as kings across Europe, and brought back the royal vanities the revolution had fought to erase. Napoleon understood that his greatest enemy was the written word. He established a brutal secret police force led by Joseph Fouché. In Paris, he shut down 60 out of 73 newspapers. Every article had to pass his personal approval. Intellectuals who dared to criticize him were exiled or imprisoned. France became a police state where the walls listened to every whisper against the emperor. Napoleon's ambition was insatiable. He dragged Europe into 15 years of non-stop warfare. Millions of soldiers and civilians died just to satisfy his ego. In Russia, he abandoned his army to freeze to death in the snow while he fled back to Paris in a warm carriage. To him, human beings were just numbers on a map, fuel for his war machine. This is perhaps his darkest chapter. In 1802, Napoleon revoked the decree that had freed the slaves in French colonies. He brought back brutal slavery to the Caribbean and sent an army to crush rebellions of enslaved people seeking their basic rights. The man who claimed to bring enlightenment to the world chose profit and control over fundamental human dignity. Napoleon died in exile on St. Helena, lonely and bitter, but the damage was already done. He left behind a scorched and bleeding Europe. He wasn't a liberator, he was an opportunist who used democracy to destroy it from within. In the story of Napoleon, the truth isn't always heroic. Sometimes it is simply cruel. But is this the only truth?